From your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win. So
if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check nickel.
Here's Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 1.
Double time. 3 down. Watch 19. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Bang.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
At the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Hey, come on now, come on now.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
First down.
Here we go. Set, because it's wrong. Watch what he's doing, watch what he's doing. He's trying to lead. He's trying to run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Thomas. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And it's third down.
Here we go, here we go. Let's the outlaw. Come to work. We won.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Now Jackson, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Check.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Smart that. Go. Friday. 0-0, Mike free. There's a party now. What? Check.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
4 down. Hey, 0. Too little.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, Mike 50. He don't know no better. Shit.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking deep for DeAnthony Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready? 50. Mike is a 50. Check it out. Come on. 50's the mark. I'm here all day. Go. Mike 50. All day, just like that. Hey, Mike's 50.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Thomas. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Wilson on 1st down. Buying top and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
At the 36-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Alert. Mike 3. Combo. Guys, 4 down.
To throw is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Sponge. No. Gun.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On the delay, here's Carson. And an alley to run. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 3. They can't hang with us. Slam, slam, slam. Push left, push left.
So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on 3rd and 8.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Kill. Check. Check out.
This time Jackson will throw it, and he fires one incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the third time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1%. 2019. He's incredible.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
At the Ravens' 37-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check 26, check 11. Mike's 54. Push it back.
On second and a yard. Jackson looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Johnson, the intended target. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, combo. They gonna need some. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Check. Fresno. Gun. Shit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill. Shift. Watch the shift. Slam.
Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tony Jefferson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a foot race past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, it really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
14. Check 13. Check 13. Further. Check 59.
From the pistol, they run with Lynch. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. The quick slant caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
I got motion man. Me. I got this. Zip this. Look, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Extreme. Whip.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Watch the slant. You got tight right there.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Come on, let's set. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 65, 65, 65.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, listen.
Jackson to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore. You want about